Hello Internet, I'm here to talk about the game Blind for the PSVR. It's an interesting game that uses echolocation type vision to allow your character to see. It's a really interesting way to experience a VR game, in my opinion. It really submerges you in the feeling of isolation, I would say, and they do have creepy music playing the whole time. I felt myself getting very anxious about what was going to happen and often carried around weapons as I walked through, which did make it hard to solve the puzzles. Some of the time it was hard to juggle all the things that I wanted to carry because it seemed necessary to carry around scissors or a hammer or an axe in a place where my character is being held against her will by this really weird looking person with interesting head. I don't know how quite to describe it. I don't know, a bunch of polygons stuck on a head. Kind of seems like a very murderous helmet, but you know, you just have to play the game. Tell me what you think. The puzzles are pretty interesting in this game. The further you get through the game, the less explanation you get to figure out the puzzles, but they usually hide something in the room to help you solve it. There are also other things hidden in the game, like gems that can be collected, or things that will just get your character to talk about stuff. There are also some radios hidden throughout the game that allow you to kind of get a little bit clearer picture of what's going on. Also some tape recordings with some recordings that help you understand what's going on a little bit more. I found the puzzles in the game to be much easier than actually getting around in the game, which is by far the most challenging part of Blind. The controls are pretty clunky for PSVR. Just made it so hard to move around and carry things in the game and solve puzzles and whack your stick to be able to see. It seemed like an unnecessary hurdle that the game was putting you through, and I almost switched back to using just the PS4 controller, which I've heard is probably the best way to play this game for PS4.
Welcome, Gene.
I found it to be a really creepy game in general. The music and experiencing walking around in complete darkness some of the time in VR was just such a strange sensation. I sometimes even got disoriented and ended up facing in different directions in my room while I was playing the game without even intentionally spinning around at all. And it just has that kind of effect on you where you get disoriented because you don't really know what's around you. You can't touch anything, you can't see anything. All you can do is listen and use your cane to tap the wall or the floor some of the time. And there's also kind of the jerky way of doing it by throwing things around the room. I felt like, on one hand, I didn't like disrespecting this person's house, but on the other hand, I don't know, I'm kind of being held captive and I'm randomly blind for some reason, so I think it was okay, right? Overall, I'd say the game's worth giving a try. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. If you really like puzzle games and you're looking for some type of full immersion game, this does a good job of completely taking away your sight and making it feel like you have to make your way around through this world without being able to see anything. It's nice how a lot of the puzzles are sound-based, since you're supposed to be using your sense of sound. Quite a few of them have to do with music. So if you're musically inclined, these puzzles might be really easy for you. Anyway, tell me what you think of the video. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you feel like doing. And if you hate the video, let me know. If you've played the game, let me know. Alright, thanks Internet. Bye.